glorious Igluna, December 21st, 2024. What you are about to ascertain is a 175 watts mercury vapor lantern. This is a high bay beacon, manufactured by the North Star Corporation. The high bay ceiling hung, or be it canopy overhung commercial lighting appliance, was not only utilized in retail and industrial indoor areas, arenas, and outlets, where bright light irradiance was prerequisite, but also accordingly perhaps, such a torchlight device must have had popular usage for amusement park and quick-install carnival events in the bygone 1970s and early 1980s. A type of in a jiffy, just hang up and illumine by bitumen the extra space, except not by gaslighting, literally, as much as by this arc tube torch, as it were, designed just so satisfactorily that must have been strewn about in a rather staggered standoff of enlarged setups per parking lot and layout. Of course, if not in series, then preferably in parallel transference throughout overhead electrified interwoven and or lattice netting of some sort. Or both, by golly, be it a lofty stagecoach or showcase extravaganza, television production, or at a carnival campsite that distributed on demand such an indoor and outdoor scorch white torchlight. That is, if we were to avoid any misnomer newfangled and revive the niche-engraved nomenclature thereof, namely, the North Star par excellence. Moreover, this nifty North Star is likewise suitable for damp to wet locations for extra lamplight backup, oft inaccessible to customers and crewmen alike. Affirmative, I say. Even for maritime operations where one of those high bay sparklers served as a marine lamp, where fisheries for shipping and boating overwhelmed workload rosters on the nighttime timetable. Such high bays and beacons shall have burned the midnight oil for overnight sailors from swing shift to twilight and from dusk to dawn. But now, through a makeshift magenta enhancement filter via viewer and lens of this camera footage, the photographic motion picture image is, indeed, dimmer so that the harsh glare of the arc tube would not overpower our visual cortex of perception. Wherefore, with warmer luminous flux deluxe, and with scorch-bright torchlight efficacy, the close-up of the mercury vapor lantern is adequately accomplished whilst the wavelength bands of the electromagnetic spectrum are narrowed inwardly for sharper and finer monochrome in this case. Now, normally, the naked eye cannot discern any of it amidst the harsh glare thereof, yet yielding the aforesaid effulgent effect, such candle power compensation can suit viewership with eyesight comfort rather than an eyesore. For certainly, this arc tube beacon glorifier, inter alia, ought not to depreciate pictorial acuity with the video's magenta magnificence of applied harsh glare filtering. For if we would rather rewind our timestamp tape recorder to a nearly defunct era of the 1970s and early 80s, no doubt what once were wistful yearnings for a back burner, forlorn, even forsaken and forgotten thinly attenuated memoir have finally unfolded into mighty mercurial glorification. The easily seen cynosure effulgent effect that ought to glorify the otherwise invisible tenuity of ultraviolet radiation, of which the yellower prism of fringe-bright focused photons levels off into protuberant prominence not unlike nuclear spicules of the sun, our nearby star, though they contain far hotter color temperature or Kelvin than the former, far fainter fizzle. Wherefore, And even so, we have cast forth the North Star beacon with her 175 watts mercury vapor lantern of ever-efficient luminosity. But that arrayed be prettier, the Vat Lux Lady City Fleur. At the barnyard or burg, oh, what lucent luster aube linoleum agleam underneath one of these, the mushroom radiator, warehouse high bay, and hamburger beacon which will effortlessly offer. Hence make it so our loveliest Igluna, the glorifier. Now the poem. I am she, the Igluna arrayed in resplendency hot overlaid. May my mirror of mercury lay live linoleum any which way. For I shine ever fine verily in a vale, or hilltop merrily. I, the North Star oiliest be reignited ubiquitously free of inverted protuberance fat, in violet lightning like that. Ever over a parkland or camp, the Igluna, a tortuous lamp, by the wayside atop, overhung oily as an old Teflon tongue. By a seaside marine lamp am I, be it me incorruptible, I, by one nipple inverted aloft, lay my beacon creosote soft. Thus pray, our ignited Igluna, how fair, holy lighthouse awhile aware. O transducer of oil and clare, via vanguard at sea overhung, O reliable old Teflon tongue. By my side, O abide lucently, igluniferous vat puissant be. Shine aloft, thou inviolable, iglunolium evadi unishalable. For as aforetime, the 175 watts mercury vapor torchlight lay vouchsafed from the ethereal to the earthly until at heart, to restart what once was, reflecting back the earliest light of them all, pouch protected, ensconced and encased away from berserk disturbances and uproarious flare-ups of unforeseen pitfalls along life's Broadway. She is then the narrowest way, which leads us to paradise by the let there be light inception. No, not only in this lifetime, but in the immortality to come hereafter. We pray the North Star high bay beacon, Igluna glaringly bright.